Welcome to Good Times with Alex and Ryan. I'm Ryan. My tag is at Ryan. Social media. Be sure to subscribe. And Alex.
You can follow me on Twitter at Vandollar15, and I'm also on YouTube. I don't know what my own handle is on YouTube.
It's like Alex Vanover.
I'm pretty sure it's Alex Vanover on YouTube.
But there's other Alex Vanovers, so if you want to find him, put Alex Vanover and then Blazers, and it'll show up his.
Yeah, it should pop up. Yeah. Good call.
Yeah.
So,
what do you got for us?
This is what I want to do. I want to start out. I want to have 5 seconds of silence when we start this show right now, because we're in dire times, Ryan. And there was a semi-tractor trailer truck leaving Dallas, Texas today. And the damn thing flipped over and caught on fire. And guess what it had in the back of the truck, Ryan? Guess what it had in it?
Toilet paper?
Had toilet paper in it, Ryan.
Oh.
And it's all gone.
Oh.
It's all gone. It's like Home Alone when Buzz eats the last piece of the frickin' cheese pizza.
No.
I'm gonna have to barf it up, Ryan, because it's gone. It ain't coming back. Okay?
Oh.
See you later. It's The Sopranos. It's over. Find a new show. Bye-bye.
Dude, that's sad.
I'm having a harder time finding toilet paper right now. I know it's not a problem that's unique to me. It's everybody's having that issue. But, I mean, when you think of how scarce it is right now, and literally trucks are flipping over and burning with the toilet paper that was hopefully coming towards maybe Oregon, possibly. Now it's not. So, see ya. Dude,
oh, man.
At least something good happened today, though, Ryan. I saw another news story today. There was this guy. He was trying to kidnap 3 kids, like a 9-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 1-year-old. And this 16-year-old high school wrestler saw what was going on and grabbed this son of a bitch, flipped him on his back, and then put him in a chokehold. Yes.
Good.
And held him down until the police came. This happened like 2-3 days ago.
He must have heard the podcast about your brother.
Yeah, well, my brother. Yeah, if the audience doesn't know, my brother was in a grocery store one time, and a guy got a bucket of chicken and didn't pay for it and started sprinting through the grocery store, and my brother chased him down, tackled him, and held him until the cops came. And my dad watched while he ate a drumstick himself in the parking lot and just did nothing. Then the cops were like, "Oh, thanks a lot for tackling this chicken thief, Aaron, but next time you could probably let him go because first of all, the guy was homeless, Ryan, right?"
Yeah. I'll link the story above. So that,
yeah.
But
well, it's a crazy story. The guy was homeless, couldn't fight my brother off because he was starving. So it's not like if you're stealing a bucket of chicken from a grocery store, your life is the shits. Okay, you're in a bad situation. Just let him have the chicken and be gone.
Be gone. Yeah, that is great though, dude. Did he stop that and had the guts to do it? That's really cool. Good news. Some good news out of this. Yeah.
So what's up, man? What's going on?
You heard of Grant Wall? You're a sports person.
What sport does he play?
He's a writer for Sports Illustrated.
Grant Wall. No, I haven't heard of it.
I just read an article. Grant Wall, Sports Illustrated writer, makes $350,000 a year.
So he's doing well.
Yeah. Well, not now.
Okay, what's going on?
Because everybody, all the big guys at the company said, okay, we'll dock our pay so that other people can stay on. Well, he decided not to do that. So they fired him. So they let him go.
How long had he been writing for the magazine?
I don't know. It was just a piece on like how he got terminated because he wouldn't dock his pay for the cause.
Hey man, does he get unemployment? Do you know anything about that?
It didn't say. He's just like, I don't know what's wrong, or they just fired me. And
they're like, Grant, step into our office, please. And Grant walks in there. They're like, first of all, Grant, everybody's taking a pay cut around here because we want to keep the lights on.
And he's like, well, not me.
Yeah. second of all, Grant, we are a sports publication, and there are no sports going on right now.
That's true.
So not only do we want you to take a pay cut so everybody can stay, but you're not really contributing anything because there's nothing going on for you to write about, Grant. So you're going to have to take a pay cut, bud. And Grant's like, nah, that doesn't work for me, pal. And then the guy whoever the hell runs Sports Illustrated is like, well, all right, we'll see you later, Grant. Well, I don't know how we're going to replace you because, you haven't written a story in 2 months. There's nothing going on.
But the article was very pro Sports Illustrated for firing him and stuff. I kind of feel a little bit for Grant because it would kind of suck if it was like, well, everybody's like taking a pay cut, and then you're just, but it's not like it's like out of the goodness of your heart. You're like, I really feel like you need to do that. I need to do that, and we're like, well, you're fired. Then it's like, well, I can kind of see where he's coming from.
I kind of totally disagree with you. I think Grant kind of did the wrong thing there, and he wasn't a very good human being, and Grant got what was coming to him. So, what's the deal here? What's up, Mr. Capitalist over here? What's the matter with you?
I'm not always like that. It's just in that situation. I've been in situations where, it's like, oh, everybody should donate to the fund. If they don't, and we're looking at you, Ryan. You are a terrible person. It's like, no, I just don't agree with the cause.
Well, no, if you don't, it's not the same situation though, because this is like not really like a cause like, hey, we're trying to like help a certain type of group or whatever. Because right now, Ryan, I don't know if you're aware right now, the group is kind of just everybody worldwide. Familiar with what's going on? There's a virus going around, Ryan. It's making people sick and killing them. Have you read the newspaper? Are you aware of what's going on? Can I fill you in on
I'm
this?
I'm just saying, I can see a little bit of his point. I'm not saying I'm taking full Grant right here. I'm not going full Grant. I'm saying maybe 10% Grant.
Wait a minute. Okay. So you have been reading about psychopaths. You sympathize with the guy who didn't want to take a pay cut during a global pandemic, and your favorite movie character of all time is the villain Khan from Star Trek.
Because I am better.
At what?
Everything.
Just say yes or no. Am I right? Yes or no? Tell me the truth.
Yes.
Yeah, on all three things. I'm starting to reevaluate and kind of look at you in a different light here, pal.
You're starting to reevaluate our friendship.
Well, just, you're starting to go down a road that I'm not sure I want to hold your hand. Kidnapping people when we were younger.
Dude,
I saw your picture. Hey,
Another thing, look, psychopaths are good liars. I cannot lie.
Well, no, you're fully exonerated then. You're the type of guy that does something and then like someone will walk into the room and then they'll just start
laughing,
and you'll just be beat red laughing,
yeah.
Silent. Like, huh? Does anybody want any cookies?
Hi, you guys want some cookies?
Porky Romano.
Yeah, oh yeah. I just remember the commercial. I tried to watch the movie and it was terrible.
Yeah, that was one of like that and the Ladies Man. SNL had some shitters, man. They had some terrible movies.
I really liked Night of the Roxbury. That was one of my favorites. That was good.
That movie was really good. I enjoyed that movie. That's one of those movies that if it's on, and I don't care where or when, I could be 30 minutes just stepping into the movie. I'll finish it. I like that movie a lot.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
It is a good movie. I'm glad the conversation turned that way. I really
turning a little dark for you.
No, seriously. The first time I saw Wayne's World, I was like 9, and it was one of SNL besides the Blues Brothers. It was like one of their first really successful full-length movies. That movie, we quoted Wayne's World.
It's two chimps on a Davenport in a basement.
From 1992 until now. Like, we still quote that movie.
I have never seen it. I wasn't allowed to see it. I was like in 2nd grade, and
What?
it was too much for my family, so I did not see the movie. Even though people were quoting it and going, Wayne's World! I'm like, I had no idea what they were talking about.
What did you do wrong that your parents like? Why were you being punished? What was going on?
we could go there another time, but I wasn't being punished at that time. It was just
You're like Ryan. Ryan, you did something bad because you're acting like the kid from The Omen. You're showing psychopathic tendencies. Your punishment: you're not going to be able to play with your wiffle ball machine. You're not going to be able to watch Wayne's World, and we're going to give you some big block Lego pieces, and that's what you're getting. That's all you're playing with.
That was like one of my biggest.
Be nice to your sister Tara.
Yep. Okay.
Diana Sprague, MD.
Oh, maybe coming up.
Yeah. Hey, Tara, I haven't seen you in about what's it been now? I'm not really good at math. You're going to be a doctor, so maybe you can help me with this. I was 18 when I saw you last. I'm 36, so it's been 18 years. Hi, Tara. Hope you're doing well.
Hopefully my parents listen to all this and they can show it to her.
What's up? What's up, Bob? Bob Sprague. Camp.
All right. Another news.
Other than my family. Moving on.
Bernie Sanders.
When this all ends and I intend to go to Taco Bell, I hope you'll join me once again.
Dropped out. He dropped out. Babylon Bee reported that Bernie Sanders Sanders tested negative for president.
That was actually his second negative test too.
Oh yeah, it was, wasn't it? Dude,
tested negative.
When he first ran for primary, like this is the first time I ever kind of voted left. I voted for Bernie. And then when he lost, I just didn't vote.
Yeah, I voted for Hillary in 2016 just because I lean that way, but on top of that, if I didn't, my grandfather's ghost would come back and
so like
on my ass for years.
Like, cause I like the universal health coverage and all that stuff. I'm independent, but generally lean right. But universal health coverage, I just think it's just for humanity's sake, because it's just too much. But anyways, let's not get into politics. Danger, Will Robinson.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Don't go there.
You're the one who steered it in that direction. Wait, so Ryan, you start the politics conversation. You say what you think, right? And then I'm about to say what I think, and then you say, no, we're moving to another topic.
Okay, granted.
You son of a bitch.
Granted.
Do you know how loud he is right now?
I can't hear because I got these things on.
Diana, does he ever start?
Kids like trying to get ready to bed. I'm getting my Easter stuff ready, and then there's this laughter echoing through the apartment.
Rub some oil on his head right now.
No, don't do that. I could still smell it from the last time.
Calm him down. Rub oil all over his face.
Oh, she can't hear
Diana,
you. Hold on a
what
second.
is Nicole's watching right now? What is a good blend to help me sleep? What would be a good blend?
Well, there's Stress Away. I'm trying to think Young Living because that's what she does.
Yeah.
Lavender. See, I really go with my supplements for sleep because they didn't help me. But I like smelling. I do put it by the bed sometime. But Stress Away is a good one. Sleep.
Okay.
Then we do blends, and I told her about that she could mimic. There's one called Calm the Child, and I really like it.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But
all right. Well, yeah.
You also got to look at like your gut health, and magnesium is fantastic. Those two.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Not staying up late talking to Ryan probably would help.
Hey, does Ryan ever start conversations with you, give his opinion, and then when it's time for you to give your opinion, he moves the conversation to a different topic?
That's just what happened right now. That just happened. I was just like, I said, on to a new topic, and then I start talking like Bernie Sanders, and then after I give my opinion, Alex tries to say something. I'm like, well, that's politics. I guess we're done with that because that's a little dangerous.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just like,
So this is more what happens is I'm talking and I see this look on his face and I know he wants to say something that's not related at all to anything I've been saying. And I have no clue what it's going to be because I've been married 13 years. I still have no clue what it's going to be. I just know he's trying to see if it's going to be okay for him to say it without getting like in trouble.
he's still trying to read the room with you. He's like, marriage, I don't know.
Well, and then there's sometimes he's like, well, I don't really care if she gets mad right now anyway. It doesn't really matter. But he's just like, But yes, we're still working on that.
Ryan, she's got like thousands upon thousands of views.
But look at him. He's on his phone right now.
No, I'm looking to see what it looks like live. Like, so like we have no one watching us right now. So there we go.
You're not one person watching?
No.
This is what happens as soon as I talk.
I'm
trying to log in.
Honey. I'm listening.
Keep the romance going, Ryan. You're just doing a great job. Nicole always is like, you're not present. Be more present. And I'm like, for the love of God, I'm physically sitting right next to you. We're watching New Girl for the third straight time. And by time, I mean the whole show. Back.
New Girl.
Oh,
what
yeah? Guess what Ryan just watched with me?
What?
Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, my goodness, Ryan.
No, I did not.
And he liked it.
Nope.
Ryan.
No.
Oh, even better. When we were dating, I don't like chick flicks, Diana. Guess what his favorite movie at the time was?
What?
No, it was not my favorite movie. Forrest Gump has always been...
The Notebook.
No, I kind of liked it.
You know what? I respect him for that. I like The Notebook. When he builds that house for her, and he's like, I wrote you a letter every day. And she's like, he's like mad at her, and then he's like, it was never over. It's still not over. And then he's like just jacked. It looks basically just like me with my shirt off.
Why didn't you write me? It wasn't over for me.
I wrote you every day for a year. It wasn't over. It still isn't over.
And
I'm seeing it.
He's just covered in essential oils. She can't resist him. His own natural essential oils. They just ooze from Ryan Gosling's body. She couldn't resist him, so she had a couple romantic nights with Ryan. And then meanwhile, Cyclops, James Marsden, he was Cyclops in X-Men, found out about their romantic rendezvous. And he shows up in his three-piece suit from 1937, and he is pissed. All this stuff's heating up, right? Ryan Sprague, Q to the future. Ryan's on his phone. In 2000, going over the prices of stocks and savings bond prices that his grandpa got in 2001.
What's going on, too? It's like a boring graph on the phone.
Yeah. Diana, so we would get paid paychecks at the glass shop. Ryan would get a paycheck, but Ryan, for real, Larry was amazing. So Ryan never had to worry about eating because Sizzler every night. Sizzler every night.
Still like that when I go visit.
No, you want to know?
Why not? Hey, Ryan, do you remember when we played poker at your grandpa's house with like Matt and Clayton and Zaxton?
Well, that's kind of a weird crew, isn't it?
Yeah, and also, oh my goodness, Fowler was there, and there was one other guy. Victor might have been there. It was
could have been. Wow, that is an odd. That's like surreal.
The last two people in the poker game were me and Clayton, and it got down to the last two, and like I think the pot was at like $80. But we had been playing till like 6 o'clock in the morning, and your grandpa went to bed and got up in the time that we were playing. So Clayton and I were like, "Screw it, we're each getting $40 written out of here."
Yeah, because 6:30 is when they go to breakfast.
Yeah, no, his grandpa was getting up, like making coffee and stuff. He went to bed and then got up in the time that we played this game.
But talking about the grandparents, so. College is when I meet him, right? Like our end of senior year. Like I kind of knew him, and so I was hanging out with him, and he's like, "Yeah, my grandparents came in town and did my laundry." And I'm like, what?
I got to spend time with them. We hung out the whole time. They didn't just come and do my laundry. We went to the laundromat and ate, and it's not like, here, bye.
Diana, he used to his grandma would like pull him out from whatever job we were doing, bring him in, wet her like little cloth and wipe Ryan's face off, and then get him a couple donuts, right? Because she always had a box of donuts. And then she would take the petty cash register from the front of the glass shop, and then she'd stick a couple 20s in Ryan's lapel.
That's not true at all. That's
Ryan,
I 100% believe it.
Ryan, let me wipe that face of yours off. Take an
true.
eclair here, honey, and then I'm going to stick a couple Franklins and Jacksons in your pocket, Ryan. Now, don't forget to leave your bag of dirty laundry over here so I can take it home and wash it with love.
And man, when she would fold clothes, she is good.
Yeah. His grandma was like always really nice to me. She
And
was
she-
like really nice.
And she loved to cook. So Ariel's favorite memory of her is she was watching TV and grandma brings her over this tray for breakfast with like the works, like the eggs, the bacon, the toast, and like a cute little cup and flowers. I don't know. And Ariel was just like,
So she was raised Southern. My grandma
Oh, yeah.
in Tennessee.
she did, and she made like the best grilled cheese that like you would have to diet for like 10 days to be able to eat this. And I was shocked. So my mom has a degree in nutrition from the 80s. So there was like never butter in our house. No butter.
Okay.
Right? So here I watched her take that Velveeta cheese, which I had never seen before either. And
Did the
like,
fake cheese.
yeah. And then white bread, which I didn't have till college. Right?
Sugar.
Yeah. And then she would, I always like, oh, you spread a little butter, on no, she cut tabs, like, thick stick of butter, and like 4 on each side of the bread, and then flip it, and then put 4. So it was like half butter, half cheese.
Delicious.
It was so good.
It was really
Dude.
good.
And your arteries are just screwed
Right.
after that.
But we really should make
Okay.
that. I should make one of those for Larry, because the last time we were there, he's like, man, she knew how to make a grilled cheese.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Layer Bear. Hey, since we're talking about this, let's just get it out in the open. His grandpa fired me in my check. He wrote, listen to this. He wrote, we really appreciate all the hard work you've done. We love having you here. But we're just going to move on in a different direction. He left a note behind my check. I got the check on Friday, cashed it, came into work Monday, got ready to go to work. I'm at work. Scotty's loading the truck. We're going on a job site. Larry comes out and he's like, what are you still doing here? I thought I got rid of your ass. Didn't you get the note? Then you check. Anyway, I check the note. I go back to the car, find the note that I was supposed to be fired with on Friday. So I had 3 days where I thought I was still in a job, but I didn't. So I got fired. I didn't even know I was fired. I didn't even know your grandpa fired me. Dude, the last straw at the glass shop, guys. So we
He wrote a note and didn't tell you.
yes.
Dude, what do you
Usually
expect? I mean, come on.
he'll
Dude.
usually do that right to people's faces, though.
Yeah.
Usually.
No,
Now.
I like Larry and I liked each other, and I don't think he wanted to have that awkward conversation.
That's probably what it. Because usually, if he doesn't like someone, he's when he's like on business, which I
Yeah.
don't see very often, but he's gone. Like,
Oh. No, so the last straw, I think, was when I was cleaning out the back of the work truck and someone didn't pull the nails over, and I jumped out of the truck and jumped directly on a nail, and the nail went up through my foot. I had to go to the doctor, so the shop paid for me to get a tetanus shot and get checked out. Well, that happened, but the week before, I was working on a putty window, and I put my finger, which still has a massive scar on it, through the window. So your grandpa had to pay for 2 doctor's visits in 2 weeks.
so he's like, I
Right.
love this kid,
Yeah,
but he
He's-
might die on the
yeah,
job.
he's super dangerous. You're fired. Get into my office. You're fired.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
Dude, Sam was like even worse. Remember he was showing us how to throw razor blades onto the ceiling? He should have known that. We were like, oh, that's so ridiculous.
Streaming this live. None of this is...
Sam, your cousin Sam or your Uncle Sam,
we all have Uncle Sam.
America. We went on like 4 or 5 job sites, Sam and I, and every time I went on a job site with Sam, I was like, he doesn't know what he's doing. I feel uncomfortable. This is dangerous, but he's in charge, so I'm just going to do whatever he does. Every time I felt uncomfortable with him. I never once felt comfortable.
Aww.
Flying by the seat of your pants, no parachute, no backup plan, no savings account. That's what life with Sam was like. You got like a full bowl of cereal and no milk. You got peanut butter, you got no jelly. You're eating a sandwich with 2 heels. That's what life with your Sam was like, right? Awful. That's a real bad time.
I kind of feel like you've been having that in your back pocket and like just looking for a reason to pull that out. 2 heels for your sandwich.
Oh,
that was good.
Tell me,
delivery.
Anytime you have 1 heel for a sandwich, it's horrible. Can you imagine having 2 of them?
Yeah, there was a TikTok today where it was like, because he's quarantined, it's like, oh crap.
I gotta go to the grocery store and get bread.
Like, you win.
Man, go to the grocery store.
Dude, going to the grocery store gives me anxiety.
Me too.
Like none other, because I gotta strap up. I gotta get the cloth mask. I gotta like get my hands scrub a dub like I'm a doctor, like your sister Tara. Good work. Also, it's just a whole ordeal, and then you got to think about what you want to get, and you probably aren't going to get what you want because there's no flour, there's no rice, there's usually no paper products, there's no meat that you want. We've been eating a lot of stuff we wouldn't normally eat. Like, it's like, okay, well, I guess I'm having like the 5th best product.
I guess I'm gonna go. I guess I'm gonna go to the back and weed it and get those dandelions to cook in my soup today.
No, okay, but here's what happened to me, because people are like showing pictures of like how stocked up they are, and I look at my cupboards and I have like this big freezer. I'm like, that's what it always looks like in my house. Like my cupboards
really?
are bursting. That's like. I don't like to have empty cupboards, so right now I have some that are half full, and that's very empty for me.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say I'm exactly like you, Diana, because when I was younger, we grew up. We'd have periods where we had money, and then we'd have periods where we didn't have money. Yeah. So, but the ones without money were a lot more frequent. So I was always panicked that we weren't gonna have food. So when we even today. And I think this is where a lot of my weight gain came from. I'm going deep here. Mm. I had moments where we didn't have food. So I think I overate in times that I had it because I just psychologically didn't know still, even though I did have food. And to this day, we'll have cupboards and cupboards of food and I still won't feel like we have enough.
So
just because I don't want to go back to that, it's kind of weird.
Yeah. No, my mom is the same way. She grew up on a dairy farm in Maine where they wouldn't have any food in the cupboard. So she always keeps very stocked. And when I was talking to a counselor a few years ago about that, I mentioned that. She's like, well, why is your pantry always full? And I'm like, it makes me feel good. Like it feels like some kind of control, like a level of control.
Yeah.
So I get it.
If you can buy more time in case something like this ever happens again, that's great. Because I seriously never thought this was ever going to happen. This is like crazy.
Yeah. Well, I'm also a moody eater, so I want to have everything I like on hand, so like I can decide that day.
Oh yeah.
So
carte blanche.
Huh?
Carte blanche to the cupboard.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't want to have a grilled cheese sandwich with a whole stick of butter today, Ryan.
Now we're gonna have to make it and just to send a picture.
That would just screw my calorie count up. I'm like at like 2,700 calories a day. That would. I'm just guessing because I've been counting calories pretty frequently.
Oh, good job.
8 sticks of butter and that much. That's probably like 400 calories for the butter. 200 for the bread, and then for the cheese, we're at like 1,000 calories just for that sandwich.
Wow.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's insane. No meat, no bacon, no vegetables, no sauces.
It's
Just butter and
pretty
cheese
much
and bread.
zero health benefit. You're getting a little bit of protein and a whole bunch of fat, which fat isn't always bad, but
If we were going to go on a hike or something, that'd be great.
you just need to put some drops of essential oils on it.
Solve everything, my
I-
friend.
I actually don't cook or drink essential oils because that's
Whatever.
I want you guys to hear this story real quick and tell me if this is normal. Nicole believes in essential oils so much that we were actually in a bad part of town the other day, and we came across a guy who had just got mugged, okay? And he had gunshots. His whole body was riddled with gunshots.
This is a real story?
Yeah, yes.
Wait,
And-
wait, this is where at Kaiser?
In Eugene.
You live in Eugene now?
Yeah, I live in Eugene. So Nicole, I said, Nicole, call 911. This guy is bleeding out. This guy's going to die, Nicole. And Nicole looked at me and she said, I got this, honey. I got this.
No.
She grabs her bag.
No
Got
way.
about 20, 21 bottles of essential oil. Starts mixing up some sort of brew. She pours the essential oils on the bullet holes. The blood is pouring out of this guy. The femoral artery is severed. This guy's going to die, okay? He's
No way this is real. Get her in here.
dying.
Get her in. I don't believe
oils all over the guy's body. She thinks he's going to be fine. Needless to say, he's dead now.
Okay.
He thought that this essential oil batch that she was brewing up was going to save this guy's life. Well, guess what? It doesn't cure everything. Listen to this. One more quick story.
Terrible.
One more.
I think we need to have two sides of this story.
Hold on. One more story, Ryan. The toilet clogged. The toilet clogged the other day.
Wait, do I hear that?
Come on in. Let's hear.
The toilet clogged the other day, and instead of a plunger, she just poured some essential oil in the toilet and thought it would unplug itself.
Well, Young
Didn't work.
Living is a very passionate company. I try not to say cult too much.
Well, yeah, because you
MLM.
Yeah, well, I'm in Plexus, which is sort of cultish too.
Okay.
So, but it's more belief. But I personally, I love essential oils. They're all tools.
I don't mind MLMs. It's a way for people to make money.
Mm-hmm.
It's just some people are like crazy. Like,
Nicole, why don't you come in here and tell us what you think?
come on in.
We believe you, Nicole.
He obviously, someone did not die and get riddled with bullet holes in Eugene, Oregon. I mean,
fact or fiction?
Well, maybe it would be more believable in like Oak Cliff in Dallas, Texas, or the Bronx.
Ryan, I don't know if the next time we
Eugene,
do
Oregon,
live,
Eugene, Oregon, they're like
essential
they're
oils
too
are
high.
good. They're just tools. Like everything's a tool. Like
Yeah.
exercise helps a lot, but again, if you're dying, it's not going to save you, right? Like the same thing. Like you have to do
dying doctor, get him on some crutches. Have him set up now.
But no, so here's our, because my mom would always be like, if we said anything, she's like, oh, you just need to exercise. And then we literally found an article one time that was like, exercise helps almost everything. And she's like, see? So it would be like, if you're tired, if you're bored, if you can't sleep, if you can't blah, blah, oh, you need to get some exercise.
Pretty much. Exercise and eating healthy. Huge. Biggest things.
Well,
and
it's
to
because
supplement that, you use Plexus.
Good
Listen,
boy.
and
right.
essential oils.
Human beings, the reason exercise and eating healthy helps human beings better is because human beings were designed to move around and hunt animals and pick plants and go from warm spot to warm spot and travel and use their body physically. They weren't designed to stay in one spot forever and have limitless supplies of food and stuff. That's how you become fat. That's how that happens, Ryan. We weren't designed to just be sedentary and have whatever we want. That's where the issues come, man. Your body wants to hold on to fat, especially back then, because you didn't know when you were going to get your next meal, sucker. It's different now.
It's like Wall-E. We're just in these chairs on the computers.
To the driving range and hit a few virtual balls in space.
Nah, we did that yesterday. I don't want to do that.
Well, then what do you want to do?
I don't know. Something.
Wait, have you seen Wall-E?
Is that the robot, the Disney movie thing?
You forget, he hasn't had kids for the past decade like you. So, like, we're up to date with everything animated.
Yeah.
Oh, but he makes all these quotes on
Makes quotes? He can pretty much script the whole movie, no matter when he watched it.
Pretty much.
Diana, I don't have any kids that I know of right now. Do you know? Are you asking me? Do you know something I don't know? Is that...
Blushing. No.
I don't. No. So.
I'm saying we've watched pretty much every animated movie that's come out in the past 10 years, at least once.
I love animated movies. I would say I've seen. We have the Disney movie. We have the Disney app right now, so I've been rewatching a ton of stuff. I just watched Incredibles, Lion King, Robin Hood, Aladdin, all that stuff.
Robin
I like
Hood
Disney
is such
movies
a
a lot.
classic.
I love Aladdin. The cartoon Aladdin.
Good.
Dude, Robin
Sword
Williams.
in the Stone. You guys like Sword in the Stone? I think that one is great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sword in the Stone's really good.
He's not as up. Oh, I like it, but that one's a bit more book nerdy-ish. And that's
I like Archimedes. Get over here, Archimedes. Ryan looks like Arthur from the Sword in the Stone a little bit. You could literally be the Sword in the Stone, but since you are a psychopath, you probably won't be able to find the Sword in the Stone, Ryan.
There's a fine line between genius and psychopath, and and like mighty conqueror king person.
Ryan's gonna be one of those guys that's like he like the movie The Joker. He's like means well, tries really hard, does everything correctly he thinks, until one day someone really pisses him off and he's gonna snap. It's just gonna be Ryan Sprague.
Except he won't snap there. He'll come home and be like, "Do you know what I said today?" No.
Is this a cry for help? Is this a cry? Wink twice. Wink twice when he's not looking.
Well,
Diana, tell another grilled cheese sandwich story if Ryan beats you.
Actually, it'd be true. I think I'm the only one that's ever thrown anything at him. But they were pillows. And I was pregnant, and I think Atticus was little. And
Ryan probably was looking at his phone.
No, the worst was when I was really mad, and I was like pretty pregnant with Atticus, like you saw. And I was mad, and I like just kicked a soccer ball that was on the ground or something, and it fell on my butt. And he's like, my pregnant wife just like threw a tantrum and fell down, and yeah.
Hate this sock. So Ryan, what's up, man? You got anything else for us in this podcast or what? Lay it on me. What do you got? What's written down?
Let's see what we got. Oh, I have it set up on a Twitch stream outdoors.
What?
Why? I don't know. I don't know why I have it set under outdoors, but we're outdoors today. I'll see if I can switch it back to podcast. But
remember when we were remember back in the day when we could go outside?
Oh man, I remember we used to play basketball and just have so much fun out there. Oh, okay, here's one. Okay, Alex, I have a question for you, and I just saw it. So it's kind of deep. How would you change your life if you only had 10 years left?
I know that I have 10 years left to live.
If you knew you only had 10 years left in your life, how would you change it?
Well, this is going to sound sappy, and Nicole's going to love this answer. But I would get married as soon as possible, so that way we could have Sophie, our dog, at our wedding, and we could be married longer. The other thing I would do is demand my job at the radio station. I'd be like, all right, I'm tired of producing. I'm ready to have my own show. give me my show if I got 10 years, I'm going to be dead. Well, I got pretty soon here. I got a lot of things to say. And I'd probably eat a lot more sandwiches coated in butter on both sides, fried with cheese. I would go to McDonald's breakfast every day. What else would I do? I'd probably slap a lot more people, I think. Like, if they said something I didn't like, I'd just slap the piss out of them. Because I'm going to be dead in 10 years anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I think, what else would I do? I'm going to be dead in 10 years. I think I might give drinking another shot. Just try that on again, maybe. I'm going to be dead anyway, right?
I don't know, but then you would have miserable rest of the 10 years of your life.
This started so good. I'd marry my love, and then it ended up with...
I'll be drinking, and it doesn't matter, and I'll just be slapping people. And
I'll remember to stand like this far away from you, Alex. The next time we meet.
Don't say anything I don't like. I'm dead in 10 years. I'll slap you. I would dish out a lot more slappings, I think. No, what would you do differently, Ryan?
Me?
Yeah.
I think I would follow my dreams and aspirations more. Like,
nothing sweet about me.
Yeah.
Ryan.
What?
Ryan, the hopeless romantic. I go straight to the female part. Ryan goes straight to the monetary part. I think I'd put more money in the bank.
Monetary. I'd like more follow like what I want to do, which would mean like just go all in and maybe like live with parents and stuff, and then till I can get it going. But I just don't like right now. I'm just kind of like working and doing it. I would rather do it full time. And I would, if I only had 10 years to live, was like, well, just give it all and do it. But
I think in a way I'm almost doing that right now, because I work at a job making far less than I would if I was bartending or serving. I mean, I literally make probably 30% of what I could make because I'm doing a job that I'm pursuing my dreams at. And then we're also doing this podcast, and I'm also working out every day to better myself. So I'm doing all that stuff right now, right, without having to know.
So this isn't.
Oh, well, good for you. You can do it all right now.
I'm like, this isn't a competition, but Alex has won this podcast. Like,
I'm just telling you that. I mean, I actually am living my life like that. I don't need to know I'm dying in 10 years. We need to get together physically so I can like straighten you out a little bit. I think I need to, no more talking. I need to physically convince you that my way is the right way, partner.
Son.
Son. What's up, son? There was so when I used to work at this restaurant, there was this guy named Sean, and he was like, I used to call him my son, and he would call me his dad. But the only resemblance we had was that we were both white males that happened to be alive. He was really handsome, and he's nice, and he was like the chick magnet at the restaurant. But I would talk in that voice. I'd be like, "What's up, son?" And I would like say stuff like that, and he would speak like that. And we would almost get everybody that spoke to us to speak in that language. They would just immediately start going to that weird place. Yeah. I'd be like, "First of all, son, how you doing today? What's up, my brother? What's going on, kid?"
Oh, goodness.
Did Ryan ever tell you I worked at a restaurant for a couple years in North Dallas?
No, where?
It's called Hillstone or Houston's.
Okay.
But I wasn't a server. I was a greeter, but we still got paid pretty well because we would have, at night you'd be on like a 2-hour wait.
Yes.
And they did not do the beeper things. So you had to take names and descriptions and deal with North Dallas, which is like old money and new money.
What she's trying to say is North Dallas is an affluent neighborhood where Mark Cuban, Jerry Jones, and
that rich guy.
And the
other rich guy.
What? The other rich guy? Oh.
YMCA guy.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's someone richer than Jerry Jones. His football team is worth $1 billion.
No, but this guy might have been richer. His T. Boone Pickens and who else?
Oh, we saw
all the like
Perot walked in.
Bro, and the Mavericks, they live up there.
George W. Bush, I missed him by 2 hours.
The president?
He lives He has a house. in
Yeah,
that area.
actually, she wrote him. You wrote a letter to him, or mailed a letter to him. Because
What kind of?
Oh, I was doing a fundraiser through the. Well, they do something, and so yeah, we did mail a letter for that too. But this was like, and then who's the basketball player that said he said thank you to me?
Dirk.
Yeah, Dirk said thank you to me.
I knew it was him before you even said that because he's well known for being super polite.
It's like he leaves the restaurant and he's like, thank you. And
Yeah.
I was like behind a pillar cleaning off something, and he's all like, thank you. I'm like,
Diana, he's on an episode of MTV's Punk'd when Punk'd first came out, and they keep having this kid come to his table at a restaurant and ask for autographs. He just kept signing stuff. He didn't even get annoyed. He just kept signing and smiling. That's how nice this guy is.
Wasn't he there with like 2 girls or something?
I saw him a few times. He came a few times there, but we had like classic American. But it was so so I mostly lived in Washington, Oregon before Texas. So I get to this restaurant in North Dallas, and they're like, one of the other greeters is like, yeah, so they kind of want you to wear like blush and lipstick and eyeliner. And I'm like, I'd literally never, I don't even know if I'd ever done eyeliner before. So
yeah.
They would like kind of critique your makeup because it's like North Dallas and appearances, everything.
Well, if I worked there, I'm screwed because I'd roll in looking like John Goodman from Roseanne.
But you're good. Like, it reminded me of the good servers, like what you're talking about, because you treat people like people and you get to know your people.
Yeah, I was, oh my goodness. Like when I wait tables or when I waited tables, I always had in my head, I pretended like I was waiting on my mom or my dad. I treated everybody like they were family. I tried to, because the more you do that and the more you remember their name and give eye contact, you're going to get bigger tips.
Yeah.
It's just the way it works.
Yeah.
If you know their name and you remember it and you refer to them with their first name or last name, you have a better shot at getting more tips, because now you're not just a nameless service industry person. You're actually someone that knows who they are and they feel like you're a human being.
But you've also earned that tip by like doing the work. So like you invested in them. It's not like you're scamming. You're doing your job well, and they're like, hey, he does his job well.
Totally. And I used to say when I served, anybody can get a steak or pasta at any restaurant, but so you're not going there for the food, you're going there for the experience. So if I'm your server, I want them to come back and be like, oh, Alex, I want Alex to be my server because I'm part of the deal now. Does that make sense, Ryan? Does that make sense?
You could
totally.
You could pretty much sell anything using that exact, because like when I sell supplements, I'm selling this experience of like, I'm going to help someone. So they're not walking into a store like, what the heck am I supposed to get? Like you're selling that experience and that trust.
I think people that actually show genuine concern for if their food comes out on time or if the order is correct, or if they order stuff from you and they get their order correct, and maybe you leave a note thanking them or whatever, because I know Nicole gets little notes in her boxes sometimes.
Yeah.
Those are the ones she'll order from again.
Yeah.
It's just the way it works. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. No.
Like when Ryan was selling Tupperware, Diana, Ryan used to drive his Prius out with Fowler, and they were trying to sell Tupperware in Avon. Well, Ryan had Andrew put some Tupperware underneath the tire of the Prius, and Ryan ran over it and it exploded. And Ryan and Andrew got nervous, and Andrew ran to his Corvette, and Ryan ran to the Prius, and they drove off with exploded Tupperware all over. And Ryan just acted like he didn't give a crap. He didn't clean it up. He polluted the environment. He was a terrible salesman.
And this has been another episode of Fact or Fiction.
There we go. Fact or Fiction.
Ryan, remember when you were selling Avon? Was that crazy?
Avon calling.
Avon calling. Take time out for beauty.
You almost have a better flow with your stories when they're fake. Like you can almost lie them better. When you're like telling the truth, you almost have to think about it more. Like, what do I really think? But I can lie. No problem.
I think what helps with that, Diana, is I used to do stand-up. So if I have a joke that I have in mind with the punchline, I can flow to the punchline better if I'm making it up. But if it's the truth and the part of it being truth is funny, it's not real, but it's not the end. It's harder.
Yeah.
Because now I'm trying to make the whole thing funny when actually only part of it is funny. But if you're making something up, the whole thing can be funny.
You could just be like Ryan, and then I took a nap. But this is a true story. Like, he would do this telling the truth.
Ryan was famous for naps. Ryan would fall asleep. You had to go to swimming practice at like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, right? You like go in the morning.
Yes. It was.
So Ryan would have to go swimming at like 6 o'clock in the morning, go to classes all day. Then I think they had swimming after.
Yes. Yep.
Swimming twice.
That's horrible.
Yeah. So then throughout the day, you've got classes, you got lunch. You also have PE. So Ryan's working out like 3 times in one day. This is no joke. By the time Ryan would get around to like actually hanging out with me in high school at about like 5, 6 o'clock, he's nodding off. He's totally asleep. He's out of it. He still wants to hang out, but he's not there physically.
I know this look.
Yes, just staring into space.
Yes,
I really wanted to hang out, though, because you guys were awesome.
But me, I had probably showed up to school like halfway through the day because the only class I was on time for ever was lunch. I just wanted to make sure I was there. I'd have lunch. My grades for the classes in the afternoons were always B's and A's. All my classes before lunch were C's, D's, and F's. Because I just didn't go. I didn't give a crap. So if I had to retake a class that I failed in high school, they would make sure that the class was in the afternoon. My counselor would stack my schedule that way.
Wow.
I believe it.
In high school, you could graduate, I believe, with like 200 credits for 4 years. And most people would graduate with like 250 credits. They'd have 50 more. 260, 230. Out of 200 credits, I graduated with 200 credits.
Nice.
The numbers don't matter.
Numbers don't matter. Just you get that diploma.
I was 17 years old when I graduated, which was like pretty, not that young, but pretty young. I could have easily been in Ryan's grade. I always kind of wished that I had gotten held back, though. Because I was like, in my mind, it was like Uncle Rico. I was like, man, if I could just play football or baseball one more year. Because I could have.
Yeah.
I should. Oh, man, I wish I would have stayed one more year. I would have been hitting baseball.
Our football team was pretty bad, dude.
Oh, my gosh.
Dude, they did okay sometimes. And then when it started going bad, they were just like, oh, we're just going to stand here on the field. We lost. Who cares?
I lettered in football junior and senior year. Junior year we went 6-3, made the playoffs. The next year we went 3-6. And then your senior year, the year after I graduated, your team went 1-8. Like horrible.
Yes, very bad and sad.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what's up? You want to wrap this sucker up? We got a lot of material too.
But I think since we a lot of it we kept the flow going, so it'll be a lot easier to edit, I think.
Yeah, we got like 2 hours of material.
Well, no.
You started,
oh my gosh!
Started at 7:30. It's like 9:30.
Oh my gosh! I'm looking at it now. Like, you always surprise me. Well, we got like 2 hours. I'm like, no way. No.
Oh, there's 2 hours for sure.
Hour and a half.
He has no idea about time. No. He'll say 5 minutes is the same as 5 hours.
I can't believe it's that late.
Hey, Ryan, do the ending. Let's get out of here. I got to go watch a movie with my girlfriend. Diana, thank you for doing this with us.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I enjoy talking, so you can always tell me to leave.
No, it was fun. I like it. I like having a different opinion.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We love you. Please subscribe, and we'll catch you next week, Wednesday.
Check out the new episode Wednesday. Drops Wednesday, right, Ryan?
It drops Wednesday, yeah. Yep, drops Wednesday, 2 a.m. Tune in 2 a.m. No, it'll be here Wednesday, so you can log on anytime except for 1 a.m. So, all right. Latest.